What's good, guys? Welcome back. I dive into why Dec and Don decided to quit Crypto Glasgow, reasons behind it, and all the other changes that are happening with inside the business. What's good, guys? I am special host Jordan from the No Rep podcast, but I'm hosting today Dec and Don. And there's some exciting news. Crypto Glasgow is no more. They have quit. It's a thing of the past. But there's some new things here, and I'm basically here to dig out the reasons why. I've came here and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. So we're gonna unfold all of what's happening. So tell me, why are we here? What are we doing?
We're here just to explain to the people why we quit Crypto Glasgow and go into a bit more detail, because a lot of people, you'll have seen obviously the change in the branding, you'll have seen the new colours, the new name. So just want to touch on that in this podcast and just explain the reasons behind it. That's why.
What is certified crypto?
I'm glad you asked, Jordan. I'm glad you asked. So first and foremost, we have quit. And when we say we've quit, we haven't actually quit. Crypto Glasgow will still stand. But to answer Jordan's question about certified crypto is a new wing or a new part of me and Dec and how we are known as Crypto Glasgow, in the sense of we bring crypto education to the masses. The certified crypto is now going to be purely focused on the YouTube channel that we have been trying to grow since the start of the year, and we have done quite successfully so far, and also our community of Discord members that we currently have and we look to have in the future. So realistically, nothing's changing for the current users or for most people that know us. Same team behind it, still me and Dec and our back office team and everyone behind the podcast and Discord and stuff. But certified crypto is simply just a new part of what we're trying to do in growing the crypto education that we bring. So big name, and we are moving mostly to YouTube.
90% YouTube, 10% Twitter, 0% Instagram.
Yeah. You were dropping that. You were dropping reels, basically saying we quit, and you were alluding to this for the past few weeks, and now obviously everything's kind of out there now.
It's, to be honest, it's been in the plan for over a year, I would say. Like what I
remember you talking about it
a year and a half ago.
Over a year.
The name change has been on the cards, and it is just to kind of like outgrow and reach a wider audience. Like Crypto Glasgow, it's a cool name when you say it when you're from Glasgow. It's got a good ring to it, but like try listen to an American say it, hey, Crypto Glasgow. It sounds Glasgow. Terrible. It's a terrible ring. So no, name change has always been on the cards, really. We like the name Crypto Glasgow. It makes sense. Like we like that company. That's why it will continue. But just to grow and reach that bigger audience, the name change was necessary, 100% necessary, just to reach that bigger audience, wider audience.
So you were saying, you were saying there that it was a wing of what you've got currently going on just now. So what is happening with Crypto Glasgow entirely? Is it completely shutting down, or is it like is there a change in it? What's
so Crypto Glasgow is obviously the big thing about Crypto Glasgow is it's on Instagram. We're very well known on Instagram. We're one of the biggest and fewest Instagram crypto influencers, if you like. And we're going to keep that because we realise that there's a space for that industry on Instagram. However, as Dec previously mentioned, 90% is going to be focused of our business or what we do. Currently, what we do at Crypto Glasgow, or what we have done in the past few weeks and few years of Crypto Glasgow, is our YouTube videos, our Reels, our TikToks, all of our content will still continue. It just won't be as focused on the Crypto Glasgow Instagram and what we're trying to do to grow. So Crypto Glasgow is changing slightly. And what I mean by that is it's going to go back to its roots. Now, Crypto Glasgow's full name is Crypto Consultancy Glasgow.
It's communion name, is that what would you call that?
It's what the name you're born with. I don't know.
Your Sunday name.
Crypto Glasgow's Sunday name is Crypto Consultancy Glasgow.
Yeah,
off the tax man.
Exactly. So, so that will continue, and it's kind of going back to its roots, where the consulting part of it will still stay the same. I do consultancy calls pretty much every day now, multiple throughout the day. So that will still be on offer, and that will be its roots. But we're also going to be quite excitingly bringing live crypto events and more kind of like workshop style things, more in real life type of events based in Glasgow, because again, we know there's a need for it in our local Glasgow area. And also a mentoring, which we have kind of launched at the moment, a soft launch at the moment, and over the next few months we'll be building that up. So yeah, it's slightly changing, and there'll be no YouTube stuff for the Crypto Glasgow, but there will be, excitingly, the consulting will pick back up even more than what it has already. There'll be events, which everyone wants. That's the demand has been there for events since day one, really, because no one does it like we do it in the kind of space. And then the mentoring, which is already soft launched, and we're looking to build on that.
So Crypto Glasgow is the bricks and mortar Glasgow company, and then Certified Crypto is the global online company. That's this kind of simplest way.
Aye, that makes sense to me. So it's like you've got what was CG Pro is now turning to CC Pro. That's where the Discord is. That's where what's happening in Discord stays the same. But then Crypto Glasgow, Crypto Consultancy Glasgow is just like an in-person events type mentorship, consultancy type, right? So it's just kind of basically forking off into two different things.
Exactly. And the main thing I would say as well for anyone listening or watching this is, if you're currently a member of, or you were, I guess the name change is going to throw a few people off, but CG Pro, now named CC Pro, there is no difference in your experience, what you receive, how you pay, anything. Nothing will change as a user. It will just be that the banner will be different on Discord, and we're going to name it CC Pro rather than CG Pro, or it's been named. You know, there's really no difference to the current user, which I guess is like the main thing I want to drive home.
Aye.
Because when you do things like this and you either change a brand or you add a brand or whatever, it can cause some confusion to some people. Some people will get it straight away, but that's the main thing I would say. If you are watching this and you're a current member and you've wondered why the name's changed, you're a bit confused. If you haven't already seen updates, there's no change for you. And it's only going to be better actually, because it will be more focused on YouTube content, which is great. But no change for users.
So see, with the one-to-one consultancy stuff, so you picked up on that, or you touched on that very, very lightly, but that's something that you used to have spoke to me quite a lot about in detail. So I think that'd be quite good to like flesh out and speak more on, because you've not just had people reach out in Glasgow. Was there not? What was that guy?
So there's a few last week from England, Kent, Essex. So I recently, within the last month, we started offering in-person one-to-ones, which again there was a big demand for. So we started off on that, and it's been good to see people flying up from England and stuff. Like there's a lot of demand for it as well. So that is something that we've recently started to offer, and it's been doing well.
Aye. So obviously we kind of touched on it a wee bit at the start, right? And it was kind of because you want to reach out a wider audience, but is there more of a reason as to why you wanted to do this? And is there more of a reason why you held back on not doing it like a year ago when you first had the kind of idea of going, let's go CC Pro instead of CG Pro? Like, what's maybe held you back from doing it?
I think it's just we have so much that goes on behind the scenes of the business that something like this is quite a big change to the wider audience. For us, there's a lot of planning as well, because we now have essentially two different things that we're trying to move forward rather than just focusing on the one. So it's more about just making sure we knew as a company where we wanted to go and what focus and where we should be focusing our attention, where the demand is as well. We want to make sure the demand's there and kind of live up to that demand. And it's just, I guess planning is probably the biggest thing that's held us back. And also just trying to manage our way through the current investment market or the crypto market and how it's been up and down. So it's just planning. That's probably the biggest thing. It has
been in the plans for over a year and a half. We've been working towards it. So it has been a long time coming.
No, that makes sense.
And there was another name. I don't know if you would want to share the other name or just leave it.
No, because there may be another something in the future, I feel. But no, that's another thing actually. The name has been quite a difficult thing, believe it or not. Again, we're trying to figure out, because Crypto Glasgow just had such a good ring to it. CG, it all just kind of worked. So we were trying to find names, and we talked about so many different names that we loved, and we thought that's great. But then it's like, does the wider audience, will that make sense? And does it tie in? So that was actually more time consuming than what we first thought. like Dick says, there is another name and there was another name, but we feel like we're going to use that name for maybe something else in the future. Again, this isn't just the two things we're going to go with. We're going to have a lot more in the future and help as many people as possible with different avenues of finance, crypto in general.
And certified crypto as well. It's like, we've been here, we've done it, we're certified, it's done. So it fits, the name fits well. We are certified in this field. So the name works well, it ties in well. And if you heard an American say certified, it sounds really good.
That's maybe reason one why we've done certified.
Because the main audience in crypto is American.
Well, I was just about to say that. So you mentioned America twice now. Is that a market that you want to try and really tap into then?
Definitely.
We already have a big market or a big audience in America on our YouTube. Again, this is what helped us drive towards the YouTube, because looking over just the stats that we've had, we really have, when we've had the YouTube for well over a year, but we've really focused on it the past 3 months, since the start of the year, basically, or 4 months. And we've noticed you get a lot of stats on YouTube, which is so much better than pretty much any of the platforms. And you really get to dive into where your audience are, the ages and what they want. So that's also helped us drive.
On average and stuff like that.
Correct. We've got a large audience from the UK, obviously, but I would say it's a very close second, if not main audience, is the US.
Is it? Right.
So again, that helps with the moving away from, it's almost like a niche being called Crypto Glasgow.
Oh yeah, it certainly is.
Don't get me wrong, Americans love Scotland and they all tend to have some sort of connection to Scotland.
Everyone's either related to somebody from Scotland or somebody from Ireland.
Exactly.
All the time.
So it actually has maybe helped us a little bit. They like our accent, they like the name Glasgow, but they can't say it. So certified, again, it sounds great in American. It's got meaning behind it because we are certified in our industry. We've had the business of Crypto Glasgow for 3 years now, which is incredible to think about. We've been in this game since 2017. So realistically, we are certified in what we're doing. So the name just worked. It just worked so well.
And another thing as well, so we could touch on the fact that certified won't have an Instagram page. And again, you says the reels that we've been doing lately as well, talking about Instagram. It's just, we're moving from Instagram because it's a, you know yourself, it's a really tough platform to grow on. They don't let you grow on Instagram anymore. Years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it was very easy to grow.
Well, that's what you did at the start, wasn't it?
It was still pretty difficult to grow on Instagram at that time, to be fair. Like years before that, it was really easy. You could blow up any page. Like just normal people would blow up randomly without even having a business or a point to it. They would just, their accounts would blow up. Same as TikTok now, basically. Instagram is like that.
Very true, yeah.
So YouTube is a place that will allow us to find an audience that actually wants to see the content, that finds value in the content. People that want to see crypto content, they'll be showing our content on YouTube. Instagram will show our content to just random people that aren't interested in crypto. So the new certified is YouTube, because that's where the audience is. That's where, and also as well, you learn a lot on YouTube. Like you learn on YouTube, we learn on YouTube. That's where you learn on YouTube. You don't learn on Instagram.
You typically don't go to Instagram as a platform to learn, and if you are learning something that's like you don't really want to be told. Like you see something that's maybe it's got perfect content in there, it's gold, but you just scroll right past it because you'd rather see something else when you're on that platform. But it's YouTube,
it's funny you say that, because literally last week I posted a picture of just me on the CG Instagram.
Nobody liked it.
Well, unfortunately not. And it got the most engagement we've had in a picture for months.
But we put out educational content and it's dead. It's pointless.
Instagram, we've said this before, just discussing just social media and stuff, like Instagram is a platform for that. It's for people, it's for influencers, fashion bloggers, food bloggers. It's people want the kind of
quick dopamine hit.
Exactly. Of
which we can't be mad at, because we are trying to post stuff on there. It's kind of the same sort of thing, but yous are posting stuff on there that's obviously good, obviously gold, but it's just like you were saying, it's not hitting the right type of person because they want to see pictures of you or pictures of
and
whatever.
It could be hitting the right people, but they're just not on Instagram for that.
And it's not so much the user, because everyone has Instagram, right? Whether you're into crypto, whatever it is, everyone has it. But if Instagram don't show you that content, then you're not going to get to see that content. So it's not realistically a user issue.
And
it's
even if Insta
algorithm.
do show the content, the user isn't there for that they're not on Insta to sit and learn. Like, I'll put on a YouTube video on my TV and I'll be there to sit and learn. I don't go on my phone when I'm walking down the street and learn on Insta. Like, you're just flicking through Insta. It's a flick. It's nothing more than a flick.
But look, Instagram served as well. And it will continue to serve well in the terms of we will still be posting on Instagram. It's just not going to be the same content that we have done or what we've came up on.
You're just moving with the times, I guess. Though.
Literally.
just moving with the times.
We should have definitely focused more on YouTube a lot earlier. However, we were doing so well on Instagram, we didn't think, we should probably be doing YouTube because we're not doing so great. Instagram, we're one of the only, like I said before, crypto influence Instagram pages that have made it, to say. A lot of these guys that we know personally now in the crypto space are all focused on YouTube. They have a small following on Instagram. They don't really post on Instagram, and there's clearly reasons for that. We just done really well in the fact that we managed to crack a code when we were coming up on Instagram throughout 2020, 2021. We amassed 10,000 followers within 12 months. That's massive. That's huge. And again, it's because of how we were working and what we were doing and the content we were putting out. Instagram's changed since then, and the markets have changed. What people want has changed. How people learn has changed. So yeah, YouTube, certified crypto is the place to be for that now.
Right. So with the kind of two forks in the road now, the consultancy and then CC Pro, do you find yourselves kind of taking like more of a majority role in one section or the other? Do you kind of have your clear set roles? Because I think a lot of people would maybe take interest in finding out, they can maybe see for themselves, like you might do more of one thing, you might do more of the YouTube thing, but like where do you find yourselves? What roles do you find yourselves doing more inside?
Certified crypto. Look, we've got an amazing team at Crypto Glasgow. So Crypto Glasgow will still be running Crypto Glasgow, but there is a good team behind that can help that run. We will be more on certified crypto, but you will still see us in Crypto Glasgow. We'll be at events, we'll be doing consultations, doing mentorship, but Crypto Glasgow is run by a really good team.
Right.
Shout out Mark as well. He's really good.
Yes.
Shout out Mark.
In terms of like the roles and stuff, we've always kind of shared roles. We've never really done the separate thing. And the reason for that is because me and Deck are both in the same mindset. We have the same experiences. It wouldn't make sense for me to solely do one thing or Deck to do solely one thing.
Right.
Definitely the past few months, Deck has done more YouTube content than I have, and I've done more consultations than Deck has. But again, that's now mingling and coming one where Deck's doing some consultations, I'm doing some YouTube, you know, so there's never been a set, you can only do this. We both have great skill sets in pretty much the whole thing what we offer. That's why it works so well. But it's a very mixed.
It's fluid with it.
Definitely. And that's why it works so well. I think that's why it works so well.
Yeah.
There's not many duos in crypto in the influencing space. There's maybe only one or two that we're aware of, and they're not as fluid as we are. And that's again why we have stuck together and kept doing what we're doing, because it works really, really well. And we haven't split up and went our separate kind of crypto ways. We've kept it together, and that's why we're continuing to keep it together. So
Deck is the most fluid man I know. Yeah, yes. So with CC Pro coming in, and everybody's using it and stuff like that now, what can members and new members who are going to see this and join off the back of it, what can they expect to see kind of coming into it within the next kind of, I don't know, 6 to 12 months?
More content. But so basically the whole point of certified crypto is reaching a bigger audience so we can grow CC Pro. So that is a community at the end of the day. That's what it is. It's a learning platform full of content, but it's also a community. So you'll be able to bring in people from further around the world, from all around the world. Like in CC Pro, it's majority UK based. Like we've got Australia, America, we have got people, but it's majority UK based. So what we'll be able to bring in is a more diverse community, people from all over the world. And that way we'll have meetups in different countries. It's just going to globalise Crypto Glasgow, well, what formerly was Crypto Glasgow. So the the content will still be the same for CC Pro. We'll be bringing more content, but it's going to grow the community more. That's the point behind it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, they'll still receive the gems that we find, the 100x gems. They'll still receive the podcasts, the live streams, all the mindset posts. Everything that you have seen as a member currently or in the past will stay the exact same, except there will be more, of course, because we're going to be more diverse in our community. So we can then reach out to other communities perhaps to bring in other parts of what we need in crypto. But yeah, realistically, nothing is changing. It's still the same gold content that we deliver every single day. And yeah, the only thing that's changing is pretty much the name. That's, again, the main thing to remember here. It's just a name change for Discord. Everything we offer will stay the same.
Right. So with you, obviously transferring more over to YouTube, you've got the kind of content that you post on Reels is short, snappy, quick, or whether it be the infographics on just kind of regular type posts. What are going to be some of the types of posts that you see on like YouTube specifically? So as just a subscriber of the channel and maybe not perhaps a member yet of CC Pro, what would people expect to see on the YouTube channel coming up?
Again, I guess the most recent thing that we've been doing the past month is Coffee and Crypto, which is a weekday daily news and mindset and just a general crypto update. So it's done every single morning. It's a live stream, but it's also then saved on the channel for everyone to watch. So that's going to continue because I feel it's really important that people know what's going on every single day. And it's good to, again, to watch that content rather than read that content. So that will continue and that will grow. And there'll be more kind of things to add into that. But also what we've been doing and what Deck's been doing quite a lot the past few months is a lot of like actual videos on certain projects or certain issues or things that are happening. And if we're bringing a new project to our members where it's something like we believe is going to go 100x in the next bull run, the best way to get that across is bring an in-depth 10-minute, 15-minute video on the whole project, why you would invest in, if you should invest, if you shouldn't invest, and just, again, just deliver that content that is much easier to consume as a viewer than a reader. And yeah, continue to bring more and more. There also will be some more vlog type content as well, which we will be bringing over the next few weeks actually, and throughout the year, where it will be more behind the scenes stuff and more day in the life. We have posted a few on the channel before and they've done really, really well. So yeah, just bringing a more of an overall vision of crypto, the business that we run, or the businesses now that we run, Certified Crypto and Crypto Glasgow, and bringing it to the wider audience of YouTube.
Right, I like that. So basically kind of daily news with the Coffee and Crypto, your picks for what you think is going to be coming hot. One of my favourite videos that I like to see on the channel, which is, I said this to you, is one of my favourite ones, was your portfolio insight. Like, I love that. And then also your story as well. So I think they were two separate videos. We've not really seen that much from you.
Again,
I quite like to see that.
Yeah, again, that's what we said. Deck definitely focused more on YouTube the past few months than I did. And to be honest, it was purely because I didn't have a good setup or feel comfortable in my setup to
That's excuses,
sit down.
isn't it? That's excuses.
It's definitely an excuse.
Excuses, but he, as he says earlier, he was focusing more on the
of course,
consultation
of course.
company. So
Aye.
I did take that role on. We discussed that. Like, I'm going to go full time in YouTube here, basically. And Don was obviously running the consultancy side. So, but obviously that's changed. We've got an amazing team behind Crypto Glasgow. It's able to help us out with all the other stuff, so it can free up my time, free up Don's time to deliver content on YouTube, because that is, it's a place to be. It's a place to learn. You're never going to learn off a quick post or a quick Instagram flick. You're only going to learn on a video. How can you explain a project in a post and get somebody emotionally invested in it? You can't. But if you're doing it over a 15-minute video, you can go through all the ins and outs, all the pros and cons. It's a way that it's the number one way to deliver content is YouTube. I've mentioned this to yourself, but like it's the number one place. So that we're freeing up time now and we're able to deliver on YouTube. So
I think from a consumer point of view, like that's from a consumer point of view, even prior to knowing you guys, it's just knowing about what you guys are doing and what you guys are up to. And I think that's why back when when you're first growing on Instagram, the lives, I think that's what was so successful about your growth was the lives. You got to see your personalities, you got to see what you are like together and stuff like that. And I think that you're going to probably find that you get a much better job of that done through YouTube rather than Instagram nowadays, whereas beforehand it was a bit easier with the lives and stuff like that. They were pushed, whereas now nobody watches a live video on Instagram anymore, really. It doesn't really happen, whereas on YouTube it does.
100%. Bear in mind as well, it was a perfect time as well, because everyone was at home on Instagram. TikTok hadn't really taken off yet. People still hadn't really jumped on the YouTube bandwagon, I guess, at that point. It was, what social media do I use every single day, and I've got nothing to do because I'm off work for months on end? It's Instagram. So
and it was a build run.
There was a perfect recipe.
Good old days.
Which is why Instagram popped off. We were showing up every day delivering content. That's why it popped off. But the stars were aligned for it to pop off. But if you look back, we're still technically kind of held back because the audience we were reaching was like UK, and that was it. It was a UK audience, so we weren't pushed. YouTube pushes you to the entire planet. Like, you've got people from India, Argentina, Venezuela, like everywhere on the planet. Instagram, you don't get that. It's 99% UK.
One of the things you mentioned as well is that the content stays there. Was that you could in fact you fleshed that out actually, because that was actually a really good point that you were making to me the other day in the gym.
Exactly. So the fact that if I make a post spend hours on a post, how to move crypto from your wallet to your ledger, and I put it on Instagram. Somebody sees that, flicks by it, it's gone, it's dead. My work is wasted. If I put that same video on YouTube, that lives on YouTube for the next 5 years, and people search for that and people find it and they watch it and it gets watched for years. On Instagram, it's dead after 24 hours. So we've been kind of beating our head off a wall with Instagram, to be honest. But it's done, it's finished, we've changed it. We've delivered so much more content on YouTube. We're showing up every day on YouTube, and the people are loving it. Like, we get so many comments. Thanks so much for Coffee and Crypto. Like, it's good, and that's what we came up on as well. It's what we still live by. Like, we would watch Mitch Ray, our mate. We would watch him every night. Just having that video there every night, just to stay in touch with the market, and that's what we're now delivering as well. So it's just a natural progression. Maybe it was a bit delayed, but it's happened now. It's done, and we're buzzing for the journey that's ahead.
I think one of the main brand values that you guys had, obviously you said at the start, was community, and I feel that you garner much more of a community on YouTube than you do on Instagram, like just 100%. In terms of comments and people watching and stuff like that.
We've noticed that. I mean, the Coffee and Crypto's only been running now for about 3 or 4 weeks, and the comments are just so much better than what you would get from Instagram. The fact that you even get comments is a one-up on Instagram.
True.
Like, no one seems to comment or engage on Instagram. It's usually a quick like, or they don't even like it, they just scroll past it. They would enjoy the content, they would absorb the content if they're able to kind of look at your screen for so long without scrolling. But no one either likes it, no one comments, no one really engages. Whereas on YouTube, as soon as you put the video up, great video, this helps so much, loving these Coffee and Cryptos, like, it's endless. And yeah, it just makes so much more sense moving to a platform that needs and wants that content, rather than us, like Deck says, kind of beating our heads against a wall. We've tried everything on Instagram. We've done the live streams, we've done the reels, we've done the carousels, we've done the stories, the Q&As, you name it. We have done it. You see that? You see that? Fluid, mate.
Fluid.
So we've done it.
Yeah.
We've done really well from Instagram. And look, I'm not saying we're leaving Instagram. Instagram will continue.
Yeah.
Certified Crypto will not have an Instagram, or at least an active Instagram that we will use. We will have a 90% active, or 100% active, but a 90% focus on YouTube, and then a 10% on the Twitter. And the reason for that is crypto Twitter, as it's kind of termed, is the place to go. And to be honest, it's probably the best social media platform out there in general. For the audience you get, you can post images, videos, especially now that...
No shadow banning.
Exactly. Now that Elon's in charge, it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot better. You can have a lot more just like a good chat about crypto.
It's more autonomy and this type of shit that you can post.
Exactly.
Kind of thing, yeah.
And the algorithm isn't as kind of bad as what Instagram is, or even TikTok is. And yeah, it's just a more free platform. It really is.
And so is Instagram though. It's the same, innit? That's what they push. But but YouTube pushes whatever you're interested in. It will show you whatever you're interested in. That is on your feed. Instagram and TikTok show you just degenerate nonsense,
It's
just garbage. There'll be bits of stuff you're interested in on Instagram, and then the rest are just total nonsense, addictive, degenerate nonsense. So, YouTube is the way to go. Like if you want to learn about how to build a fence in your garden, you don't search on Instagram how to build a fence. You search it on YouTube, and then you sit on YouTube and you watch it on YouTube. It makes so much sense.
Well, it is, I think, I don't know if I'm 100% accurate in this, fact check me, but I think it's the second largest search engine, obviously aside from Google, is YouTube. So people search for stuff like actively how to, what to, all those sorts of things. So
I would even go as far as since maybe even number one, mate. I think you'd be surprised.
I thought the stat was it was.
No, I think in terms of numbers, it's maybe number 2.
Really?
Aye.
Bring it up, pop it up.
Aye, pop that up. Aye, fact check me. So enough about slating Instagram, right? We know it's shite. If you were to leave with like one message to your members and future members, obviously watching this, we'll ask you. I'll ask the Perrys. What would be your kind of closing message to the podcast for your members or future members?
The main thing is the name change that's happened. There's no user change, essentially. The user experience will be the exact same, if not better now, because we know the focus and where it should be going. We're going to be focused 90% of our time on YouTube, which is our certified crypto YouTube channel, which again will be linked obviously in this video and everywhere on our socials and in our Twitter community as well. So yeah, members don't need to worry about any changes. We'll still be delivering our daily updates on crypto, our market analysis. We'll also still be bringing our 100x altcoins that we have brung very successfully already this year. We'll still be delivering the same golden content in terms of new projects that we're looking into, why we're looking into it, the mindset that you need to have in both bear markets and in bull markets, and how to just kind of get around crypto. And we do it in a very good manner in the sense that we don't beat around the bush. We tell you how it is. We're in this journey together with our whole community. So it's not just a one-sided thing here. We are investors. We invest in crypto very heavily, and it's our main focus and drive every single day. And we want to deliver that and keep delivering that to you, the member, and you, the potential member, to CC Pro and the future of certified crypto.
Yeah, definitely. But, I would just say that Don kind of covered it all there. The only thing I would add to that is, and people, real ones will understand this, is that we are innovators. Since day one, we've been very different. Like, we don't copy anything. We innovate. We just choose whatever we think is best, and that's what's happening with certified crypto. We'll continue to innovate. It will continue to change and grow, and just as the move with the times, as you said. So it's just natural progression. We're ready to level up. We are building for the next bull market, and that's all.
Innovators. That's maybe that could be a new tagline for certified crypto. Innovators of crypto.
Steve Jobs.
But not, like Dick says, that's quite an important one, because we are obviously always leveling up, and we're always a few steps ahead of everyone else in this space. And yeah, a lot of people will take from what we do and think, oh, that's a great idea, but we are the innovators that continue to grow, and we know the audience, what they need, and we know what platform we should be going to. And yeah, innovation's key, man. We're ready
for the, like, when this next build run comes, that we'll be there with the big names, because all the big names are on YouTube. That's where they are, and we know a lot of the big names as well. That's the thing, we know them, but to be known in crypto, you need to be on YouTube. We're one of the few that is like known through Instagram. Like, Instagram doesn't, crypto doesn't exist on Instagram. It's crazy. So the next build run, be ready for it. Like, we are there.
Love it. I think I've got everything. I think I understand.